It's finally here. Let's go! What's going on, everyone? Can I even do that since this is like a Peter McKinnon-ish kind of like review to his products? Can I do that? I think I can do that. What's up, everybody? This finally came in. I've been doing so much research on this thing, and I don't know about you guys, but whenever I like something and I really want to get it, I start obsessing about it. I start watching videos and do all this stuff and do all this research on it. But it is finally here. I finally pulled the trigger on it. Today, we're gonna be unboxing and taking a quick look at Peter McKinnon Nomatic Everyday Bag 25-liter backpack. I'm so stoked for this. I cannot wait to talk about this. Now, let's go ahead and talk about what is inside the box. So I personally started looking in this bag because I have a camera bag that I really love right now, and there's a couple things that are quirky about it that I personally don't like, and I figured I should probably look into this one because from everything I've seen, this is just an amazingly built bag. The quality is phenomenal. It's built by Peter McKinnon, like from the, basically designed by him from the ground up. And who better to know what a creative would want than a fellow creator? Kind of rude right now. I'm literally just diving right into this. So let's first just take a look at the box, because again, there is a massive attention to detail that is in this bag or on this bag, and not even just this bag, but this box. I mean, look at it. Literally, it has Peter McKinnon written all over this thing. We got Nomatic, we got flying the flag right there, skull and crossbones, Peter Pirate Life. If you don't know, you should, so go search it, Google it, I don't know, look on Instagram. But it sounds so weird, but this is more like an experience. Like, it sounds strange, but I think the level of detail they put into this is like, it's an unboxing experience. So let's experience this together. So you open the box and instantly, dude, I can't get over this. Instantly you're greeted by this. Another skull. Again, attention to detail and literally branding this bad boy, which I don't blame him. It's a beautiful bag. So let's go ahead and take this out. Also, look at that. It's not even out and it's standing. It's standing on its own. But this is actually beautiful. It's amazing. I mean, honestly, I'm probably gonna keep this bag and put it somewhere because this thing is gorgeous. But it's literally not just like you tear it open. You literally unzip this thing. Wait, was it open before? Whoops. Let's take it out. Ready? Dude. This thing is more beautiful in person than I ever could imagine through all the videos. God, this thing is gorgeous. I literally love, like, all right, I'm not gonna say I love this bag yet. Love is a strong word. Let's take a look at it. Okay, all right. All right, so first things first, let's go ahead and talk about the exterior of this bag. There's a lot of detail to cover. We're gonna get through it. So this bag is actually made of a weather-resistant materials. That way, if you have things like your camera in here and other things like that, or even if you're not using it for your camera, which again, this isn't just a camera bag, it's an everyday carry bag. But if you have your clothes and things like that in there and it starts to rain on you and stuff like that, you should be good to just have it in here. Now, I've heard from a lot of the reviews, you really don't need the actual rain cover, so this should be good enough. Also, too, if you look at the zippers really close, these zippers are also meant to be kind of a weather sealed as well. So that way you're not worried about like water getting into the actual compartments and then getting your gear wet. Now you do notice there are a couple accessory straps right here. So in case you want to like put your sweatshirt or something like that on the front of this and you want to tie it down, pretty awesome. You also have that on the side, which leads us over to these side compartments here. So one of the most satisfying things I've been seeing and I want to try myself is, wait, hang on. A little bit louder for the people in the back. Magnets. Magnets. We love magnets. When you can sink magnets in somewhere and they make sense, it's just too good to pass up. But you got magnets here, which is pretty awesome. This does stretch to be a little bit wider, which is pretty cool. So if you do have a larger item that needs to go in here, then it can go in there, which actually, I'm curious. All right, yeah, I almost have never seen a bag that actually has a big enough side pocket that will actually carry this comfortably with no problems. And this, literally no problem, nice and snug. That's not really going anywhere. Nice. All right, so let's go ahead and keep moving around the compartment. So on the back side, you actually will see, so right up top here, you actually have, again, another pirate. Now, I've actually seen these, I've been interested. These actually are pretty cool. These are pretty soft, like they feel like they have some give. So if you don't notice it, there's actually this weird system in the back that is meant to help with making sure that you have padding between you and whatever's in here, so your MacBook or anything like that. And then also too, it also is meant to actually provide ways for air to travel through the actual area. So that way you're not getting like too sweaty or anything like that. You get some airflow with your backpack. Another cool thing is if you do travel a lot, there is a little slide through for your suitcase or your carry-on, which is also pretty awesome and pretty dope. I will say the handle is actually pretty beefy. I was really surprised by that because I knew that people were saying the handle was nice and the shoulder straps, but they're actually much beefier than I feel like people make them out to be. So if you take a look at that, it's a pretty thick shoulder strap right there. So again, everything feels really good quality. It feels pretty solid. I wonder what these are gonna feel like when I break them in a little bit because they are a little bit stiff, but honestly, it's probably better that they are that way so they're not just like, I feel like if it's too soft, it's not gonna do anything. So I feel like this is actually good for it to start. And then of course on the front, you do have a chest strap right here so you can actually tighten this down. You can unhook this. So you can unhook this if you don't want it and take it off. And there you go, this comes right off. Now, one thing that was weird is they made this out of plastic. Would have been cool to see metal, but either way, pretty awesome. Does stretch a little bit, so I don't know if you prefer to like have this to where you kind of tighten it down so it has a little bit of stretch or a little bit of give, but I personally have used bags like this all the time, so love it. Great idea. And again, on the other side too, because I know some bags don't come with it, but same thing on the side here. You get another pocket that actually has magnets, so pretty awesome. And then bam, accessory pulls right there. Now this is actually pretty dope, but on here, all right, so on here, you actually have pistol, again, skull and crossbone. So again, another amazing part about this bag is that there is so much attention and detail when it comes down to it. Also, I like this part where these are actually kind of, again, not a lot of people call this out, but these are actually like capped off with rubber, which is kind of nice for the, looks like the main compartment. So this right here actually is the laptop sleeve. So if you look inside, you have your brown on the inside. It's actually super, super soft. Honestly, I was a little bit worried about the material, like if I was gonna put my MacBook in there and then have it get scratched. But honestly, this feels extremely soft, so I'm really not that worried about it. This can fit up to a 16-inch MacBook Pro from what I've seen. It is a little bit tight with the 16-inch Pro, but it does fit. So I'm sure the 14 is gonna have no problem inside of there. And then let's move on to let's go to the main compartment first, actually. No, let's go ahead and we're gonna hit the Loft. Don't you like that? We're gonna hit the Loft real quick. So for anyone who doesn't know, there is this top part right here. Let's see. You zip down from there, zip down, down from here. And this is what is called the Loft. So up here in the Loft, you actually have like your kind of quick, easy access storage up here. So if you have a vlog gear set up or anything like that, you can have that in there and it's nice and set up. Then you also have side pockets in here too. So we have these side pockets right here that you can kind of put stuff in. So whether it's like, you know, batteries or maybe your keys or something like that, you can throw those in there. And then you also have this part right here. So you also have this zipper part, which you can fit, again, more things in there, keys, wallet, bag, or anything like that. I think in the very first one that they did have a part on the front where you could put some of that stuff, which I appreciate the fact they got rid of that because again, if you're using this as a travel bag, I would rather have my personal belongings somewhere safe where I'm not worried about a pickpocketer or something like that. Kudos to them for making that change. Also, another good call out that I barely saw anyone talk about, the fact that this is like the way that this is set up, right? So most of them would go the other way as far as like how it's actually looped. But this is like this, so it can lay almost completely flat when you have it closed. Really smart design by them. Huge kudos again, kind of like a small little innovation that you don't really see with bags a whole heck of a lot. Now, let's go ahead and go into the main compartment and let's talk about the version that I bought, because there are multiple versions of this bag, ones that have one large cube, two small cubes, one small cube, and then dividers. So, or you can just get it as it is, it's like an everyday carry. I will say, super satisfying and super easy to move. I feel like, I don't know if I remembered people complaining about it, but the zippers are just so satisfying on this thing. It's actually amazing. All right, so let's go ahead and continue. And there we are, bam. So we have the back of the actual bag here. So this is actually the cube version that I bought. The reason why I bought the cube version is because this actually comes completely out. The reason why I did that is because, again, you have to apologize about me, but I'm a little bit obsessive. So I was like, what's the best bang for my buck? Do I really want a cube? Do I not want a cube? I didn't want to go to the two small cubes because I felt like this is better set up to hold a camera equipment and other things like that. But I thought if I bought the cube, then I can just tear these out and I can just use these dividers as just regular dividers. So in case I do want to expand the loft, which I'll show you what I mean in a second, but if I want to expand the loft, I could go ahead and just pull this bad boy down. Yeah, you didn't see that coming, did you? Did you? You can expand the loft by that, and then you can just put the dividers in here and just tear them out of here because it's the exact same thing. But let's go ahead and just put that back up. So cool thing about the cube system is that you can literally just, so if you have it laying down like this, let's say if you want to go ahead and unpack your bag and all your equipment, you can take this, you can leave all your equipment in this right here and then just kind of have it nice and organized in your office somewhere. Or if you want to, you can go ahead and you can actually just pop it right back in. So when you're ready to travel and do other things, bam, it's all ready to go, super easy, very quick. I really like that idea. I thought it was kind of awesome. And also too, I feel like it helps with the rigidity of it. Yeah, rigidity is a real word. It's kind of weird, but I've used it before. It's a legit word, the rigidity. And also too, I know that honestly, the box, it feels fine. Like, I don't know about other ones. I've heard a couple complaints when I was watching unboxings, but this feels really solid. It feels very, very protective actually. And I think people downplay it, like, but this is like a nice, like you can hear that. Like that is a nice layer of protection. It makes me feel a lot more comfortable about my bag and my camera being in here and being able to be protected. Without this in here, so let's just pretend we didn't get that. You have this big open space. And the cool thing is if you really want to, you can take the loft and you can actually make it larger. Another cool thing about the loft is that you also have rear access. Wait for it. Magnets. But you can actually expand it and you can actually have easy access in here. So in case you have, again, like keys or something like that, or if you have your vlog camera sitting here or something of that nature, you can easily get to it from behind. You have to worry about just using that top loft access. You can actually use the rear access as well. Pretty awesome feature. Now let's go ahead and talk about what's actually on the back side of this, because there are some zippers. Again, same awesome zipper design where it actually lays flat, which I thought was a super neat little thing that they did. But you actually have two big pouches up here. Now, I'm not sure how I feel about it because at first they did have 4 separate compartments here where it was just one zipper, but it was divided down the middle. I thought that was pretty neat, and if you're carrying a lot of small objects, I feel like it's a great way to keep it organized. But honestly, I'm not really too upset after seeing this. I feel like you can still organize this and keep everything nice and tidy, which I actually really appreciate. Pretty sweet bag so far. Now the loft, if you don't want the loft in here, you don't have to have it here. You can actually take this out by just unclipping this, and then just tearing this out. So it's just Velcroed down here. So you can easily just tear this out if you really want to. You can take the whole thing out and it's just a big open concept. So in case you want to use like your cube and then have this just be completely open and no worry about the door or anything like that, you can go ahead and do that as well too. Or you can go ahead and punch this back in. I imagine I'm gonna be using it like this a lot since I did buy that cube. I do want to put it to use. And again, more times than not, if I do carry this, I am gonna be bringing my camera with me. Chances are I'm probably using it like this in this configuration quite a bit, which also, again, huge kudos to them because this is a completely modular system. Like you can build this or like make this any way you want. They have smaller cubes, bigger cubes. They have more of these you can buy if you want. So more of these little dividers if you want to. Use it without the dividers, without anything. You just have it be completely empty. Totally up to you how you want to use it. Again, really, really awesome thing that they did. All right, one weird thing that's happening, so I want to be completely transparent, is I'm trying to zip this up. Of course, I literally turn it around and doesn't do it. Oh, there we go. So I think it's just getting kind of caught on this little piece right here, which is from that front loft part. So, not a huge deal, little minor thing. That is pretty much the bag. That is pretty much the unboxing. I've watched a lot of video reviews on this bag and I've tried picking up what everyone's saying. I'm trying to see if like it's actually a legit issue that people are talking about. Now, one thing that is kind of weird is that I actually don't think I got any accessory straps, which I thought it was supposed to come with one. All right, correction. I think I just looked at it and unfortunately I want to say I don't think it actually comes with any accessory straps. I think this is the only one that might be an accessory strap slash chest strap. I guess that, yeah, so maybe I just got that wrong, but apparently there's no accessory strap, which is kind of a bummer because now if you want to make sure that you want to have this, you know, nice and tidy to your chest, and if you also want to use a actual like tripod or something like that, then you can't. But honestly, it's not a huge deal because bongo ties. I'll just use a bongo tie. But anyways, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna wait to do a full review on this video. I just wanna give an unboxing, kind of like my first impression of this bag as someone who's been completely obsessed with it and just researching it nonstop. But I really do like the bag so far. It's very promising. Again, I know a big feature that people loved was the fact that it just stands right up. So I'm pretty excited to be able to configure this and try it out and see it as a daily user if I actually like it or not. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate it. Hopefully you guys got a little glimpse, or hopefully this helped you decide if you want to get it or not. I will say again, as far as the feeling of this bag, it feels very premium. It feels like a very well built bag. Everything looks really good. The zipper is very satisfying. The only, I guess, annoying thing that you might see is that if you do configure the zippers all to be just sitting up here, they kind of all clash with each other. And as you notice in the video, I was having a hard time finding which zipper was which one. Other than that, I mean, that's like one small little oversight, but I feel like as I use it, I will have more of an opinion about it. So far, I really like it. I think it's really cool. Other thing I want to point out is that, people said that if you have something in here like a Joby tripod, maybe something doesn't completely fill it, then it sits a little loose. I mean, that actually fits pretty well. But if you have something in here that doesn't fill it completely, the actual pocket, then it will just kind of sit there loosely because the actual amount of like elasticity to this isn't tight enough to hold smaller objects. Again, don't really see it as a major issue. Personally, I'm in love with the bag so far and I can't wait to use it. I'm gonna try it out, maybe on a vlog or something like that, and then do a full review on it. So appreciate it. If you guys like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you wanna see more content like this, or have questions about streaming and things like that, please subscribe to the channel, as this is pretty much what the channel is about for the most part. And then until next time, I usually say have an amazing stream, but you guys aren't all streamers, so create something amazing. I'll see you in the next one. Adios.